So we rejoin the action here at the Indigo O2 in the centre of London. The Kickboxing Grand Prix over, an emphatic start to the night's action here in London, and now we begin the beginning of the undercard of the Muay Thai Grand Prix, the 7th instalment of the action here at London's O2 Indigo Arena. And the man making his way to the ring, 23 years of age, young Patrick Byrne. Very strong low kicker, got a good overhand right too. And he enters the ring for the first contest of the Muay Thai Grand Prix for what will be a rematch against Sam Ourabah, a man who is waiting patiently in the wings.
Patrick Byrne! And now please welcome to the red corner from central London, Sam Ourabah!
Well, both of these lads believe that they were victorious in their first contest. It ended in a draw. Sam Ourabah, just that one end-class bout, so two lads reasonably at the beginning of their careers. Ourabah hasn't had a long way to travel from Leytonstone in East London, but he's got a French-Algerian background. Been training for a long time, and then his friend Amro competed for his club. So he decided to take up the sport around about a year ago. Aims to go as far as he possibly can. Says he's a thinking fighter. Both men have said they've made real adjustments from the opening contest, so we're going to see much better versions of both of these young lads here tonight, and I guess that's what it's all about, the learning experience from fight to fight, and what a terrific stage to have the rematch on.
Sam Ourabah! And ladies and gentlemen, this C-Class Muay Thai rules bout will take place in the minus 66 kilogram division and will be contested over 5 1.5 minute rounds. Introducing to you firstly, fighting out of the blue corner, he's representing TMA Gym in Tilbury, Essex. It's Patrick Byrne! And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, he's representing Team Q Gym in central London. It's Sam the Savage Ourabah!
Okay, fighters, centre of the ring. Let's go, fighters, centre of the ring. All right, guys, you understand the rules you're fighting under. C-Class Muay Thai rules. You both understand those rules, okay? In the event of a knockdown, make sure you go neutral corner. I will not begin the count until you do so. Touch gloves, gentlemen. Back to your corner.
Nothing quite like a rematch in the fight game, is there? And these two men itching to get underway.
Ready? Ready? Right.
Yep, let's see how they start. 5 1.5 minute rounds here for the C-Class Muay Thai action.
Patrick Byrne in the blue corner. Sam Ourabah in the red.
Sam has a very big height advantage here.
Nice low kick to start from Byrne, though.
Height a big thing when you're in kicking range.
Unfortunately, the first contest not televised, so I haven't got a reference point for the adjustments that these two have made, but given the talk from both camps, we can only take them for their word that these are much improved versions of the fighters that met the first time around.
Yeah, you can see Byrne just looking for that overhand right. Measuring his distance here before stepping in and throwing that. Wonder if he's seen that red corner's left glove comes down a little bit, which it does.
Nice low kick from Ourabah there, just crashing against the front leg of Byrne, who lunges in with those hands, misses the first time around. Bit of contact with that overhand right the second time of asking, and in they go to the clinch.
Yeah, and this is where, this part of the evening is where the game changes. Muay Thai, clinch, very dynamic part of the game. Fights can be won and lost in there.
Back to corners.
The other noticeable thing, given that we've just been watching 3 3-minute rounds, how quickly these rounds are over, Dave. 5 1.5-minute rounds, C-class Muay Thai rules bout, and it's over in a flash.
Yeah, no time for messing around here. That was nice and measured, but you haven't got time to sit back in a minute and a half. You've got to score, and score intelligently.
So let's have a look at some of the action from the first round. Byrne trying to work that overhand right from the outside, but Ourabah was quick with the feet.
Yeah, you can see that plan of stepping in, covering the distance and throwing the big right over the top. There it goes again, just a bit short because red corner's moving back nicely, but you do see his left hand come down a little bit, so it'll be interesting to see if that lands.
Okay, seconds away, round number 2.
We have a 1 minute break. It's
round number 2.
It's almost the round time.
Let's go. Take it out.
As we go into the second of the scheduled 5.
Round 2.
So away we go, and a more aggressive start from Byrne, but Ourabah quickly turns him in the clinch and starts driving those knees to the midsection.
Yeah, a lot of energy being expelled here at the moment by blue corner. Red just using the clinch better there for me. Being the taller man, he has the opportunity to lean his weight on the shorter guy. So you can see the reddening around the neck. It's just Sam pushing his weight down on Patrick.
And Dave, for the uninitiated out there, what advantages does height give a fighter in the clinch position?
I mean, there are pros and cons to it, but mostly pros. Being able to lean your weight down onto somebody is very tiring for the shorter man. And as long as he does it without expelling too much energy, then it can be a game changer. Oh, left hook just catching from Byrne.
And a jumping punch from Ourabah. He sort of landed into the left hook.
Yeah, that made him back off though, taking that left.
But Ourabah fighting back valiantly out of that corner. Both men wanting to show that they're the one who's improved the most since that first contest. Just a brief respite, the two of them still working their men out. Kick to the midsection there from Ourabah, just caught on the underside of the arm of Patrick Byrne as another round ticks by in a flash.
Yeah, you can see that. I think Byrne was just waiting too much there, and Sam doing very well to pick his shots and score and take it right to the end of the round. And unfortunately, that was it's a dangerous game to play if you sit back too much when you've only got a minute and a half to fight here.
Yeah, it's got to be economical work, 5 rounds, remember, but it's also got to be effective work too, and eye-catching for the judges at ringside.
Yeah, just watching the replay there, you can see that classic overhand right coming in from Byrne. Big overhand there. But Sam coming back with some big shots of his own and pushing his man back. Some of those low kicks taking their toll too. You could see red corner really landing that low kick and slowing the shorter man down a little. As we go into the third round, this is important in Muay Thai scoring.
Come blue corner, let's go. Come on.
This can be the turning point.
Get out. Let's go. Right, ready, guys?
This is where you need to pick your shots a bit more, score a bit more.
So again, Patrick Byrne comes forward, the bit between his teeth opens up with the hands, and he's clattering the back of the head of Ourabah. Got to be careful there, might get a warning.
The worry for me there is, well, if Sam turns and gets hit in the back of the head, it's actually his own fault in Muay Thai for turning away. But Byrne for me just seems to be going a little bit too much and not really measuring his shots, because he's going to blow out if he does that. You need to be intelligent about what you're throwing, know when to go, when to sit back.
Well, Byrne's corner said they've been working on trying to catch the kicks and sweep. of the adjustments from that first contest.
Good knees round the side there from Red.
This is dominant work in the clinch. As you can see, Byrne struggling to get out of the corner, isn't he, Dave?
Yeah, and he's trying to tie his man up there. Red corner a bit more versed in the clinch here, scoring better with the knees.
Ourabah stepping back, keeping that distance, slammed in the low kick by Patrick Byrne.
One thing that worries me slightly is Sam Ourabah, when he comes forward, big punches there, they're all round the side, big shots round the side, and he's very open down the middle. There's one.
Left hook over the top, right hand there landed better from Ourabah.
Byrne needs to just throw straight instead of overhand. He threw straight down the middle. Just caught Sam as he came in, but back into round 4 now.
Well, each round Byrne has come out firing.
I wonder if Byrne's corner have spotted that opening down the middle.
It's high kick under the elbow.
See that, reaching for the low kicks, very dangerous. Byrne needs to fake the low kick and throw high, or throw the low kick and punch high. He's reaching down all the time. Yeah, that's what he's doing there, I think. He needs to trigger it though, he needs to make it look like he's going to kick low.
You can see, Dave, why these two fought to a draw in that opening matchup. Not a great deal to split them.
Yeah, very true. Both do things slightly differently, but very evenly matched.
Nice low kick again from Ourabah. Byrne responds. Right hand just snuck through the high tight guard of Byrne, and now Ourabah, as he has been, dominant in the clinch, spins Byrne back onto the ropes. Crowd starting to fill up here at the Indigo O2, nearly a full house, and it won't be too long for all those seats up top are ready for the main event to come later on. The likes of Iman Barlow, Charlie Peters, Jose Varela, Carlton Liu, Evan Jays, to name just a few. A stacked card tonight. Sam Ourabah working well off the ropes.
Big shots landing again, but Byrne needs to just straighten those shots for me. I think that was, again, another good round for Red. And for me, he's just picking his shots a bit cleaner, and I feel like he's taking it, but I'm not a judge. That's over to them. We just talk and say what we see. Going back to that replay here. Like you say, there isn't a lot to really separate these two guys. If I was Red corner, I'd be saying take this to the clinch, because he for me, is the dominant fighter in the clinch, and that's where he could make a difference. On the outside, it can be a bit 1-for-1. As we go into the 5th and final round.
Well, good to see a brief moment of sportsmanship before the inevitable occurs, and that is that these two men are going to leave it all in there, right by our commentary position.
There we go.
Ourabah opened up aggressively with a hand. Good start to the round for him.
I was just watching that right in front of us, just thinking which one's going to land, because they were both throwing leather.
Whoa, lovely two-shot combination. Snap the head back from Patrick Byrne.
Red corner needs to fight intelligently, sit back and score, but I don't want him to. I'm loving this.
Well, I think that's the slight catch-22 position you find yourself in, isn't it? You don't want to feel at the end of a 5-round contest that you could have given a little bit more. But on the flip side, sometimes opening up with this much vigour can leave you open to mistakes in the counter.
That's it.
Certainly, one way or another, it makes for an exciting contest for the fans. Ourabah swings her right wildly.
Ourabah's dropping his hands though in dangerous fashion here. He needs to stay back and score or get in and clinch. He does not want to be doing this. The more he does this, the more he fits into Patrick Byrne, and Byrne needs to take advantage, step forward and punch.
And already the marks of battle of the last 4 or so rounds on the lead leg of Patrick Byrne, as again they trade knees in the clinch.
Big shot here.
Byrne almost swinging that overhand right from downtown. The round ends in a flash. The two men embrace. This time, will we have a victor?
I'd say we have a winner in that fight, but over to the judges to give us the real announcement. Very, very evenly matched though, these two. Very close, and it was down to who fought the better fight really in the end.
Well, sportsmanship at the end, a hallmark of any good contest, and good to see these two as we look at the action replay of
here's that replay right in front of us where they just swing in leather.
Good to see.
Big overhand there landing from Byrne.
Yeah, that was a telling shot in that last round. Ourabah took it well though. But good to see these two just betraying perhaps those fight tactics for a bit of showmanship as well. Really good to see for the fans. Got a little messy in that 5th round, but certainly entertaining. Now we are just seeing these images here as the two men stand by, and our MC Peter Lowe for the official result.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for both men after 5 hard-fought rounds of action. And at the end of those 5 completed rounds, your ringside judges have reached a unanimous decision. All in favour of your winner, fighting out of the red corner, it's Sam the Savage Ourabah. And show your appreciation for our runner-up, Patrick Byrne.
So a big rematch victory on a big stage for Sam Ourabah, important one for him. Young man looking to progress his career onwards and upwards. Patrick Byrne, commiserations, a valiant effort too. He'll come again at the age of 23, I'm sure. But we have the first victor here at the 7th Muay Thai Grand Prix instalment at the O2 London. And it is young Sam Ourabah.